Tomorrow's first Juneteenth Freedom Summit at the University of Texas will focus on why Juneteenth matters in our nation's current political climate. Dr. Richard Reddick, the Associate Dean for Equity and Community Engagement and Outreach at UT, joins us this morning to talk about it. Good morning, Dr. Reddick. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first, let's talk about how this summit happened to fall on what is now recognized as a federal holiday. What does it mean?
It's highly significant. It's been 156 years since the first celebration of Juneteenth. So in us having the inaugural event, it really sort of brings to light the fact that there's a lot of history, there's a lot of experiences, a lot of educational opportunities for us to share and focus on the fact that this is a landmark date.
Right. Dr. Reddick, I can see now in the image it says the birth of a new American freedom. Talk a little bit more about what that means and what really the discussion will focus on this weekend.
Well, we're lucky to have Dr. Annette Gordon-Reed give opening remarks and talk about the significance of the holiday. But we're also focused on economics, education, public policy, the number of issues that are relevant to the African-American community to really achieve what freedom actually is. So we started this process. Juneteenth is a great time to reflect on the journey we've made so far, but there's a lot of progress that needs to be made.
Right. You know, you talk about the journey and the progress that needs to be made. I have seen from some leaders in the Black community saying, you know, this is wonderful, but there's still so much work to be done. Are these some of the topics that you'll be discussing this weekend?
Absolutely. And we need to really focus on the fact that we can celebrate and hold ourselves accountable at the same time. So the recognition of Juneteenth, the celebratory aspects of the holiday are important, but it's also important to recognize in the 100th anniversary after the Tulsa race massacre that we have so much work to do in this country, and the current racial climate in this country also needs improvement. So these are all going to be things we're focusing on during the summit, and really hoping to have conversations that don't end at the end of the summit, but keep going throughout the year.
Right. Dr. Reddick, this is your lifelong work. You've been working in this realm for quite some time. What does it mean to you to finally see this summit come not only on this weekend, but also to the University of Texas?
Yeah, well, Peniel Joseph and the folks at the Center of the Study of Race and Democracy really have made this a cornerstone of the work that we're doing towards equity and inclusion. And you're reflecting always on the work that's done before, but you also realize that as the work is happening, you're also in moments of incredible momentum. And this is one of those moments. So seeing the grandmother of Juneteenth yesterday with President Biden as he signed the legislation was incredibly empowering and exciting, but also sort of a urging for us to keep the work going forward, to not rest on the laurels and not be satisfied with incremental progress, but really thinking about the liberatory aspects of what Juneteenth actually means.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Reddick, real quick, where can people get some more information? How can people join in and take part in the summit?
Yeah, it's being sponsored by the Center of the Study of Race and Democracy at UT Austin. If you type in those words into the Google machine, you'll be able to find it. It's on their front page, and there's a link right there to register. You have to register to be part of the summit, so folks should definitely do that.
Okay, perfect. A very important conversation. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Richard Reddick, Associate Dean for Equity and Community Engagement and Outreach at UT. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.